Hey there, this is Matthew Jennings, and on this episode of Peachjar Extra Credit, I am very lucky to be joined by Erica here, and we are talking about taking your events to the next level. Stay tuned. Erica, thank you so much for being here and taking the time to do this with me today. I know you're super busy. We have a small break in the conference. We are here at the NCSC Sprout Conference in Asheville, North Carolina. It's absolutely gorgeous here. If you haven't come back after the flooding, definitely come back, support this community. A lot of great people, vibrant, a lot of awesome shops, a lot of cool things happening. So check out Asheville if you haven't been back in a while or never been here before. But before we jump into this, and I really appreciate you doing this with me, if you could just give us all a little background on you, who you are, what district you're at, and kind of how you got here.
Sure. First of all, thanks for having me. I am in Vance County Schools. This is my 20th year in education. Started as a classroom teacher, moved to a testing coordinator, and then to the chief communications officer position. And I've been in this role now for just over 5 years.
Wow.
And so it's been a really wonderful opportunity. Vance County is located in North Carolina, north of Raleigh-Durham. We're right on the Virginia border. We have about 5,000 students, about 700 to 800 employees, and truly just a beautiful place to go. We are home to Carr Lake, which is fabulous. But Vance County, we have phenomenal students who we really like to provide experiences for. And so that's part of what my session is about.
I love that. I saw your session in the agenda and really wanted to connect with you on it. Because for me, I know that many times you step into a role at a district, and yourself probably, maybe you can relate to this because it sounds like you came from the classroom and you've only been in this position 5 years now. I don't say only 5 years in this role is a long time, but you come in and there's a lot of established practices and a lot of established procedures. An event has just always been done the way an event has been done because that's the way we've always done it. And that can also get kind of boring for people too, and sometimes people wonder why maybe attendance is down at a particular event or something or a celebration. And it could just be because you need to spice it up. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about that. Do you have some just maybe overarching tips and tricks for people that are out there doing event planning in their school districts? Some of the things to look out for.
Sure. So the first thing is that we always want to make our events an experience. So whether it's for students, whether it's for the community or for our staff, it is an experience from the time they walk in till the time they leave. And it's not anything that any one person can do. It's a collaborative effort of multiple departments and people who just come together with the right mindset to make the magic happen.
I love that. And I love the language. Every event is an experience.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. So when you say that it's a collaborative effort, can you give me an example of maybe a recent event or something in recent memory that went really well and who was involved in making that happen?
Sure. So we do a student spotlight series where every school chooses a student that is just a great student. It doesn't have to be the smartest, the brightest. It doesn't have to be the most athletic. It's just a student who really exhibits the qualities of a quality student at that school.
What we're looking for. Yeah.
And so we actually have a committee of people that go out and celebrate those students. Each school, we have 16 schools. Each school has one person they highlight. So we go out. It is the director of fine arts. It is the comms department. We also have our curriculum specialist involved. And so it's a variety of people who go out and celebrate those students. We interview them. We do a radio spot, celebrate them on social media, do a newspaper article. It's all of that, but it doesn't stop there. From that point, we actually take them on a field trip and their family. They can have one family member go with them. So that's just another part of the experience. And so we take them to Raleigh for the day.
Wow. All
expenses paid. And it's really just about the opportunity to experience that with their families. And then we're not done.
Okay.
We have a red carpet event where we bring them to the district office.
That's cool.
We had a company who we partnered with. They purchased a red carpet that was long enough to go down our entire district hallway, and We now are able to bring them in. There's music playing. We have stars. We partnered with our Center for Innovation team. They were able to do stars on the walkway with the students' names on it. So literally they're walking in, they're seeing their name, music's playing, and it's really, the paparazzi's there. We're taking pictures. It is an experience.
Wow.
And then, of course, they're recognized at our board meeting, too. So it is an all-year-long celebration, but it's the experience of being in a student spotlight.
Yeah, that's definitely taking that experience to the next level. I mean, I know some districts, they have something similar, but they just go out, they do something in the classroom, they reward the student, and that's kind of it.
Yep.
So yeah, that really drives home taking the event into more of that experience territory and next level, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
What other tips do you share from your presentation? School districts looking to just spice things up, make things a little different, make things stand out.
I'll tell you, we like to repurpose, reuse.
Good tip.
So we will purchase, as our district, we have 3 sets of silk flowers that are very useful. They are useful in a variety of ways. Okay. We will take, for our student spotlight, we use the white silk flower arrangements, and we put stars on little dowels and stick them in there. Okay. You'll have another one where they want to do gold, so they'll find little gold embellishments to put in there. So it's about being able to repurpose and reuse without having to spend a whole lot of money. Mm-hmm. And that's really important for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I know many of us are working on limited budgets. Many of us are looking at looming budget cuts. And so being able to repurpose and reuse is critical. And I know in my school districts, and I'm sure you're probably the same thing, but especially when you're creating materials that could be evergreen.
Absolutely.
Make sure you're avoiding like dates or, if there's a theme to a particular event that's going to change year to year, but you can make some signage that you can reuse every year. Really important there.
Absolutely. In fact, for our events, we'll find foam boards and we have a little closet with foam boards that we can repurpose and use for other events. So it's really important to do that, and different styles of it. Mm-hmm. One might have the flowers, the other might be the red carpet look, but no matter what, we have a sign to welcome our guest on an easel that looks very nice. It's branded for our district, but purposeful in a variety of ways.
That's awesome. Yeah. And then, of course, storage. You have to store that. You mentioned we have a little closet where these things go.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to store those and make sure that they are taken care of. And I say that because some of the teams you might work with, if you don't, you're laughing, you might know where I'm headed already.
I will say we have a very respectful group of individuals in our district because it doesn't all belong to me and it doesn't all belong to them. Right. So HR houses the flowers and we house some of the red carpet things. And so I'll borrow from them, they borrow for us, and we're all in it together at the end.
That's good. Yeah. Making sure, and if you're hanging banners and stuff, making sure you're talking to the crew that's going out there, maybe your M&O crew that's going out there, making sure they know, like, hey, we're going to reuse this next year. So when it comes time to take it down, don't just yank that off the wall. We're going to need that. And so really just kind of setting that expectation, which is just, little tips and tricks like that you learn along the way when you're trying to say this stuff.
Absolutely.
Anything else that stands out, or when you get this, do you anticipate questions from your session or kind of other information that, if you could sit down and just talk one-on-one with anybody that you would share?
I think it's really important too, is after the event, for people who may have missed it, to have that recreation on social media. So we're going to make sure we always post a lot of pictures. We're going to post a video sometimes that we will, for example, we have Arts Alive, which is a huge art showcase that we do every year. It has student performances. We're going to kind of put all of that into about a 5-minute video.
Cool.
We're going to share that out because we want you to say, oh man, that was really awesome. Next year, I got to make sure I go to that.
Yep.
And so even when it's a community event, it helps people to know, oh, wow, I missed it, but I saw it. But also, I want to make sure I go to that next time.
Yeah.
And so that's a big part of us too, is just kind of engaging the community through social media and making sure that they know what's going on before the event, of course.
Yeah.
But then also that afterwards of, oh, I don't want to miss that next time.
That's good. Yeah, really good tip. Making sure social is social. It's a great way also to connect with your community out there that may not even have students in your district, or maybe there's students they've aged out. Their kiddos aren't even attending your district anymore, but they're still seeing your social media feeds pop up. And the more traction that kind of stuff gets, your videos and photos that you're putting back out there, you're dealing with voters, you're going out for bonds and different things like that down the road, and you're able to share your district's stories. So definitely a huge tip right there. If you missed it, make sure you pay attention to that one because Erica's on it right there. You need to be resharing and telling your story as well following these events.
Yeah, we actually did a series this year called Your Voice, Our Story. And we had community members and teachers, students, parents who gave us a little story. Why do you love Vance County Schools? In a quick little blurb, we turned it around in a quick video, pushed it out on social media. And really now we're able to let the whole world know why people love our school district.
I love that. Yeah, that's really cool. Awesome. Well, this is fantastic. I really appreciate you taking a few minutes just to share with me, kind of the tips and tricks here. And I know we don't have a long time. We're actually headed to the next event here in just a few minutes. But anything that you would close with before we wrap up?
Just always make sure that you invest the time and experiences, because a lot of times you don't know when that one event that you're doing might be the only event that student's invited to. So make it an experience, make it memorable, and make sure that you really celebrate every opportunity.
That's really powerful. And I'll back that up with a story. I just talked to a parent last week, and I bumped into the parent randomly at a coffee shop, and they had recognized me from when I worked at a school district, and we just got to talking. But they shared something. Their student has a learning disability and has struggled and is now in fifth grade and has struggled their entire career, preschool through fifth grade. And the teacher recognized the student in some way for putting in some hard work, gave an award, and then that student went on to get more of a district level award. Mm-hmm. And the mom said their life was completely changed. There's confidence. The kid is going to school with confidence. The kiddo is waking up in the morning, wants to go to school. That wasn't something that was present before, and just an overall, more of an excitement for life. And so you just said something that I want to echo that literally just happened to me last week, how powerful that point is and the difference that we all make in students' lives, especially our teachers and our frontline workers out there. They're changing lives every single day, and you have no idea what one little moment might do for a student. Last thing I'll ask, just kind of a fun personal thing. How has your transition been from teacher over to the district office?
It has honestly been amazing. I feel like my time as an educator has allowed me to have a different perspective in this role. So I really do enjoy the fact that I get to still go out, be with the students. I was middle school and high school teacher, so I really love going to elementary school because that was not my jam.
Okay, cool.
So I really love to go out with those students as well. But honestly, I think it's the best of both worlds in the comms world, because I still get to see the students. I still get to go interact with them. But then I also have the other side of it at the district office.
That's beautiful. And that's kind of where I was hoping you'd be, Lan. I know I made the same transition from the school side over, and I had there was a couple of months there where I was like, I really miss my kids,
Yeah.
But you're right. The comms role is amazing in that you get to go back out there. And so if you are filling this role like we're talking about right now, and you're not getting out to your schools, that is not filling your bucket, I promise. And if you're feeling kind of drained or burnt out, or like the job's a lot and there's a lot on your shoulders, figure out how to take the time, get out, see the kids, get connected with the mission again. And the service that you're serving is incredible. And our roles at the district office, they're critical for your brand, for your culture, for people just feeling like they're part of something bigger, which is why this was an important conversation for me, because those events that you do at your district level do a lot to drive that. So
absolutely.
I really appreciate you taking the time to do this with me. Hopefully you found this helpful. Be sure to like, share, comment, follow for more. I know you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Erica if you have any questions. Do you have anything in particular? Do you have like a YouTube channel for your district, or social feeds that you want to plug so that people can go check out kind of some of the things we were talking about?
Definitely check us out on Facebook, Vance County Schools. We went from 2,000 followers 5.5 years ago to 8,500 followers.
That's awesome.
Over that time frame. So we are really striving to tell our story, and Facebook, we have found, is the number one social in our district. Everybody's district's different, but for us, that's where it's at.
That's awesome. Yeah, great. So check that out. Be sure to follow their social media too, so you get alerts when cool things pop up. It helps them, helps you, it helps all of us. So really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's all we got for now. We'll see you.